What is the mission of the Marine Corps Recruit Depot at Parris Island?
That's a good question. The Marine Corps Parris Island, the Recruit Depot provides reception, it provides processing and training of enlisted males from the Eastern Recruiting Region, read east of the Mississippi, and all enlisted females throughout the United States. And they graduate about 20,000 Marines per year. Their primary mission summed up is we make Marines, a cohesive team of Marines, sailors, and civilians work together, providing future Marines with instruction, guidance, facilities, tools, and infrastructure needed to successfully progress through a demanding and intensive training program. At the heart of this transformation, and I underline the word transformation because you transition into a Marine, are the core values that define what it is to be a Marine: honor, courage, and commitment.
Thank you. And can you give us a brief synopsis of recruit training?
Yes, recruit training runs 12 weeks. Actually, probably more like 13 weeks by the time they get everybody aboard and in processed and ready to go. But it's 4 phases. In the first phase, they actually do all the administrative, getting folks ready to be brought into the Marine Corps. And they get a lot of classroom work during the first 2 or 3 weeks. They get organization, they get instruction on customs and courtesies. They learn hand-to-hand combat. They learn history. They also go to swimming classes in those first 4 weeks, phase 1. The second phase starts with Team Week. And they go around on post and do different things and assist different commands with manpower. And then they start their grass drill, which is a week at the rifle range, learning how to sight in the weapon and how they will shoot it. We call it snapping in. And then in that third week is actual firing. So they actually fire and qualify. The third phase starts their concentrated warrior skills. And that's where they go and put all the things together that they've learned in the first 2 phases. And they do warrior training. And of course, the concentrated warrior skills is culminated with the 54-hour Crucible exercise. And then phase 4 is inspections, to show that, you know, they have absorbed everything, and administrative tasks, and then, of course, graduation follows.
The word that we always hear, a lot of people that haven't been out there to Parris Island or seen these things, we hear the word Crucible. Can you give us an idea of what the Crucible is?
Yes, that's a good one. The Crucible is something that's been around since the middle 90s. And what it is, it's an exercise that goes for 54 hours, straight through. There's no breaks or anything. They get very little sleep, and they're in concentrated warrior skills under combat conditions. It enables them to put everything together that they've learned in the first 2 phases, and gives them a sense of, okay, this is where we're going, this is what we're going to be, and this is how the Marine Corps operates when you are a rifleman. And it's very difficult, but it's under controlled supervision, so it's not something haphazard where folks can get messed up, but they polish their combat skills, and then it's culminated that Saturday morning with an 11-mile hike back to the main parade deck. And at that point, that's the day and time that they're recognized as a United States Marine.
And what is Living History Detachment do at the Crucible, at the end of the Crucible? What do you do there?
Well, we have two parts that we play at the Crucible. The first part, we go out on Elliott's Beach Road about 5 o'clock in the morning, and we station ourselves because that's where the recruits are coming up that road on their march back. We get up there and we get into the woods and we stretch out, and we all have smoke grenades. And then as they start approaching us, we pop smoke, and they see all this smoke, and then all of a sudden each of us will come out of the smoke and we'll motivate the recruits and let them know that they're part of something now. I like to say, yesterday was history, today your legacy begins. You now have to carry the traditions that we've carried all these years. And I holler at the top of my voice, are you ready for this? And they answer, yes, sir, in unison. And do you want this? And can you handle this? So we kind of psych them up for that. And then after they've passed, then we hook up with them again at their final rest halt, because they march for 50 minutes and rest for 10, which is Marine Corps standard. And we march in the last mile and a half with them, carrying our, our packs and rifles and everything of the period that we're representing. And then when they get formed out on the parade deck, we go out in front of them and stand in front of them as their drill instructors recognizes them as Marines, and each new Marine is handed a Eagle, Globe, and Anchor insignia from their drill instructor. It becomes quite emotional. And then after that, they get a real quick hua type of talk, and then they go to a warrior breakfast because they've been eating MREs and not getting much sleep, and we get to talk to them there too.
Okay, just briefly, can you tell us about the final graduation parade?
Oh, the final graduation is really great. We've got the band out there, and they're in dress blues, and now they've been through. They know they're Marines, and they parents and visitors are all there. The stands are always packed, and they get out there, and I like to say they get out there to strut their stuff. And they do, because they're proud, because they've earned it. You don't give the title of Marine, you have to earn it. And we like to say that, you don't join the Marine Corps, you become a Marine. And that's something that we say, you're a Marine, for life. And once a Marine, always a Marine. And we believe that. But it gives them that feeling, and it gives them that finality that, okay, now you're part of this, and then they go on, and then from there they go on to leave and on to other training.
Thanks a lot, Fred. We really appreciate it. Becky?
Well, thank you so much for being with us, Colonel Channels. To our viewers, don't forget to click on the links at the bottom of our flyer to learn more about Parris Island. And our committee hopes that all of you will take a moment to remember our fallen heroes and their sacrifice on this special day.